Hello, welcome back to my channel, to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up & Co. And race 2 of round 9 of our Manufacturers Cup here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps 24-hour layout in Belgium. So what a fantastic race one that was. Hope we'll get another one like this. Reverse grid though here for race 2, another 25 minutes, same regs as race 1, but bit of a night race coming up by the looks of it. Really early in the evening here. Sun just going down. The lights are full on and it's going to be fun, I think. So let's go through this reverse grid. Here we go. So DJ leading them off in pole position with Sight in second, Unforgiven in third, Silly Shot in fourth, Bennett fifth, Stormflight in sixth, Brian Moncani in seventh, Thunder in eighth, Osman ninth, Wadru 10th, PM in 11th, Colonel Curtains in 12th, McGrath in 13th, and Dan in 14th. Thanks again, Dan, for the replay. Right, here we go then. Watch those lights and we'll be away. Hopefully, they won't hold them quite so long this time. No, not too bad. They're all off and running. And what a start from Sai. Got himself past BJ in that Porsche. Went backwards at the start there, didn't it? But Sai in the Jags. Good off the line. That's why Unforgiven's up there as well in the second of the Jags. So the two Jags with a blinding start from that grid. Into the S's for the first time. There's DJ, Stormflight, Bennett, Osman, closing up here. Silly Shot, Brian Moncani, Thunder. Oh, someone's off. That's Dan, I think. So a leader, or a winner, sorry, from race 1 loses it here in race 2 early. What happened to him? He was in 13th. Don't know what happened there. Oh, I think actually it was Wadru that came round and just took Dan out. There was a racing incident, got some damage front left, but I think he just caught up in someone else's mess there, to be honest, did Dan, so very unlucky. So drops himself right to the back of the race, which is where he was anyway, in fairness, but he's just got a little bit more work to do now because of that gap that's been created ahead of him. Unforgiven now is in the lead. Now what's happened to hang on a minute, we've lost Sai. He was leading the race, wasn't he? Down in 9th. What happened to him? Or was he the one in that start of that race that went for a Burton? Let's have a quick look. Where are we? Oh, he's in 10th there, 8th. So second. Oh, where's he going? Oh, I missed that completely. Ran it wide up through the S's on lap 1 where Dan lost it, and that's where he dropped all those places. So Sight from the front of the race back to 10th place in a matter of moments. I think he loses more. Wadru at this point all over the back of him. Thunder with half a second. So Sight dropping a lot of places after that little mistake. But that did allow Unforgiven, who is the leader now in that other Jag, to see what he can do up top. BJ will be trying to do a little bit better than race 1. Like he's still going with the same strategy though. Soft tries to start with, and then mediums in that second stint. But I think he just it's just a matter of the pit stop being so long that I think it messed it up for him, unless he did have an incident somewhere that I didn't see, but didn't appear to have any damage that I could see anyway. So I'm assuming it was just the pit stop that let him down there, his pit crew. So I'm sure he would have had a bit of a stern word to them before this race, trying to get their act together, not make the same mistake again. But he's there in second at the moment. Stormflight in third. We know it's always going to be there or thereabouts. He was on the contrary, he was absolutely flying through his pit stop. Got himself back out in front. Couldn't quite hold it in the end when he did come out. We had swarmed over with McGrath and Dan around him. It was a great battle right to the end. Then he lost it, didn't he? on the final, Ben just got himself right out too wide through the exit of the last chicane, and that slippy surface out there, that dirty surface out there, and it sent him over to the left barrier, and lost him all the positions, and finishing about 9th place, I think, in the end from Stormflight. But he's got himself to second note. He's taken DJ while we were chatting, and DJ now in 3rd place. DJ, which I probably mentioned earlier in the championship, he is in the Porsche, but he is actually in the older Porsche, the RSR, not the newer version that the GT3 version that the other drivers are in, so slightly different Porsche, but just as good. Bennett in 4th place. He's still got that lag on for this race. McGrath having a look. McGrath keeps sticking his nose in there, doesn't he? He's really trying his McGrath. Just missing out on the winning race one, didn't he? Neck and neck to the line with Dan Dan, but Dan Dan just grabbing the win by almost just a front bumper. In the end, it was so close, almost a photo finish. Brian Moncani, Silly shot, side by side. I think Silly's just got him through towards the chicane in that Ferrari. He does, so up to 6th place goes Silly Shot. Taking a lot of curb there. Fortunately, he didn't lose too much time there, really. Silly Shot's running wide, and that's going to allow Brian Moncani. So Silly Shot was in 6th place. But didn't have the best exit through the chicane, but he's managed to get that back, has he? Through the source. No, Brian's still got it as they come down towards Eau Rouge now. One of them's going to have to give up, I think, and drop him behind, and it is Silly Shot. Never going to go through there side by side. Oh, and Osman, where was he going? Completely lost that then. That's going to surely be a penalty for Osman. That's straight lining it, I've ever seen it. So, yeah, second for Osman. Obviously wasn't doing it on purpose. Just didn't quite get it right, but ended up having to straight line it in the end. But that has cost him second penalty. The Citroen. So there in 8th place is Osman. And Dan in 9th. So he has picked up some places because he was at the back. He started off the back, then had that mistake, stayed at the back, had to make up a lot of ground, which he has, and he's also passed a few drivers in the process. So into the top 10 is Dan now. So trying to make amends for that early mistake. Well, I say mistake, it was kind of, wasn't his mistake, he was just involved, he was there in the wrong place at the wrong time, really. Audrey in 10th place, Colonel Curtains in 11th with half a second penalty from him. Thunder in 12th. With PM in 13th and Sai in 14th. What's Thunder's livery here on the GT3 cars? Remember, these are the GT3s, not the GT4s now. As Colonel Curtains takes that penalty off, and PM's now going to attack Curtains and go around the outside. So up to 12th he goes, with Colonel Curtains in 13th. But yeah, what's this livery that he's got on here? Is this another Japanese inspired livery? Yes, it does look like it. So Thunder, obviously, it's all that I think it's the AMA, is it? Is that what they call it? Might be completely wrong, but Merck anyway, coming down towards Eau Rouge. Osman must have made a mistake there because he's dropped back a couple of spots there, hasn't he, Osman? So he's made a mistake either at the end of the last lap or the start of this one somewhere. Oh no, it's that second penalty he had, that's why. Yeah, he had that second for cutting the circuit there through Raidillon. PM there, 12th. Colonel Curtis in 13th. Hasn't got going at all in this one, has he? Colonel Curtis, but he is on those medium tyres. So same strategy as race 1. We'll go on to the soft tyres for the second stint. Sight in 14th place in the Jag. But after his big excursion at the start of the race as well, he hasn't managed to get anywhere further. Unforgiven, doing a great job out front, still keeping Stormflight in second place behind him. Who holds the fastest lap actually, Stormflight 2:19.4. Unforgiven, not too much of that green stuff there. Unforgiven looking strong at the moment on those medium tyres, so this is looking good considering he's going to have those softs to use for the end of the race. So Unforgiven then in the Jag, coming through the final corner now. Let's go on board with him as he crosses the line to start lap 5 to La Source. Some tight there. Use the curbing on the outside. Now down the hill towards Eau Rouge. See if it goes flat or a little lift. He's flat through there nicely. Maybe a little slight lift, but pretty much flat through there. Through Raidillon. Up the Kemmel straight now for Unforgiven. 6th gear. Now change down to about 3rd. Even 2nd. Quick 2nd into 3rd. Through. First set of S's. Stormfly behind, so still nice gap for Unforgiven. Hugging that inside line round the right-handers. Now dropping down all the way through Speaker's Corner now. Down this steep hill. Look at the crowd up on the mountainside there. Great viewing place here at Spa. Flat now all the way around this left-hander before hitting this next set of S's. Some meat through there. I'll go too wide on exit here. Touching that green stuff. And then through the right-hander. Using all the curve. Bit of lift here just so you don't run onto the green too much. It's close, but then out the other side along this fast section now. Coming to the end of the lap, and that is going to be your lap of Spa-Francorchamps. Flat now all the way till hard on the brakes for the final chicane. Does he mess it up? No, he doesn't. Nice and clean through there. He doesn't go in either. There's your lap. Nice lap there from Unforgiven. Stormflight in second place still, and the front two have got a nice gap over McGrath, who's in 3rd place. I see someone dive in. I think I see someone dive in. There's Bennett in 4th, Brian Moncani in 5th place. Maybe wasn't anybody in. Brian Moncani, the local lad, in 5th, trying to chase down Bennett for that 4th place. So Brian should know this circuit right at the back of his hand. Probably got it drawn on the back of his hand actually. Wouldn't need to draw it, would he? Because he knows exactly where he's going, but you never know. Probably got a tattoo of it actually on the outside of his hand, so there you go. Brian Moncani then still trying to get that 4th place from Bennett, but sliding it big time there from Brian. I think Bennett had a bit of a moment, and that's Brian kind of did the same. Through the S's there, silly shot behind there in 6th place in that Ferrari. Tyres are looking well and truly on. Probably be in after this one, I would imagine. Wadru in 7th. Didn't see much of Wadru in race 1, did he? Sort of a little bit mid-pack, wasn't he? Didn't really see too much of him, and here he is again, that mid-pack as well in 7th, but he's on his own a little bit. He was trying to chase down the main group ahead of him, but at the moment just can't quite do that. He's on the medium tyre, so another one that's leaving the softs to the second stint. We are just into the 13th minute of this race now, so about halfway through. And McKern's in 8th place, with Dan in 9th, PM in 10th, Thunder in 11th. So it's all pretty close, probably the closest that we've got on track at the moment, these lot. Dan's going to be taking that penalty off now, and that will allow PM to go past him, and possibly Thunder as well, and stay into the inside, but finding it out to the end. PM on the outside, that's going to be a penalty, going right out there. Oh, he didn't lift at all there, did he? That was full to full, but just couldn't do anything. He's going to get a penalty surely. He does, half a second, and then runs it wide at the final chicane. Oh, and they're all dived in, so he may even get another penalty for pit lane. Let's see, a bit messy from PM at the end there, just under pressure a bit, but Dan, Thunder and PM all in, so I don't think anyone else has been in yet. So now start of our stoppers. Unforgiven have stayed out, our leader, and putting in faster sectors as well, almost 4/10 up here. Where is he? Well, he's still at the start of this lap now, so that's good if he's already gained nearly 4/10 here. Let's see what happens at the next checkpoint, which is quite a way down from this point. But he will be in because his fuel is flashing now. He ain't going to get another lap in after this. Stormfly is catching him. He might have enough for another lap. Maybe he's just been fuel saving there, just sitting behind Unforgiven. This is we are coming up to the sector line. So let's see if Unforgiven has gained time or lost it. I think he's having to slow down a little bit. It's going to be any time now. Let's see. Oh, he's lost it by quite some, hasn't he? Almost 6/10. So that's, I think, the fuel that's he's just having to keep an eye on, and with Stormfly catching him, that's quite a sign that he's obviously starting to have to just watch himself there in the lead. He'll definitely be in. Will Stormfly follow him in? Stormfly also got a flashing fuel gauge now, so Unforgiven will stay to the right, and so too will Stormfly. So yes, both in. McGrath. Is he going in? He is. Brian Montani, I think he's going to stay out. He will. So Brian, the local man who's going to take the lead of this race, is Brian. Why not have a flash of the lights to his family and friends, all his locals, as he comes across the line to start lap 8. Oh, and then a bit of showboating, but not now, Brian. Not the time to do that, but there we go, flashing again. Doing plenty of flashing is Brian. Loving the crowd, loving the atmosphere, loving the place, loving the country, loving everything there is about this venue. Up through Gradioni goes, up the Kemmel Straight. He has got a good lead. In fact, he's got a massive lead because they're all diving in now. Obviously, he's still got to stop. He will stop after the end of this lap. But he has got a fairly big gap from DJ, who also has got to come in. Let's have a look at DJ's situation. Yeah, he's got hardly no tyres. Fuel's okay actually, but tyres is awful. So he will definitely be in as well. So these top two will be in, but Brian, I think, is just lapping up all the attention that he's getting here as he comes round from the local crowd. And, He's enjoying this. This is all he really wanted to do, was just lead the race. Not sure he's even bothered about winning it. Of course, that will be a bonus, that'll be nice. But at the moment, he is leading this race too. And when you're in your home country doing that, then that's enough, isn't it? So, taking the applause as he goes around into this final sector now. So Brian Montani, our leader. DJ in second. He's going to have to be careful on those tyres. The remainder of this lap is obviously going to be very, very cautious. Struggling already to turn the thing. But there's our provisional leader though. Stormfly, who's been in. He came in with Unforgiven and actually beat Unforgiven in pit lane. I think because Unforgiven's there in fourth, but in race terms in second. He was leading it going into pit lane, wasn't he? So Stormfly with another quick stop from Stormfly, getting himself in and out ahead of Unforgiven to take the lead of this race, and that could be that from Stormfly. We're coming up to 19 minutes into the race, so not a lot of time left either, as we see Brian Montani in, as we predicted. DJ will also be in. There he goes. Brian will be out on those soft tyres, but with Stormfly and Unforgiven coming through the final corner now, these two are going to be your top two. Let's see where Brian is still being serviced. So there is the leader. Stormfly now then. Unforgiven in second place. McGrath in third, not that far behind. It's your top three. Stormfly, Unforgiven, McGrath. Brian's out, and there he is. There is McGrath. So it's a long. Well, you don't want to be crossing those lines either. That could be a penalty for Brian. It's really, really tough, this exit of pit lane, trying to stay in between those white lines. I think he was okay. It looked like he crossed it, but no, he's got away with it. Come out in fourth place, but so he has got the top three in his sights, but he has got Bennett all over the back of him here. That's pretty bad lag from Bennett there. But he's trying to chase down Brian, so Brian Montani under a little bit of pressure here as he exits pit lane. But he had his enjoyment having that full lap in the lead of the race. Still just off the podium there, so he's not out of it, is he? There's McGrath, so he's still within touching distance of Brian Montani, and he's on the soft tyres as well, isn't he? Now, what's Dan on? Well, McGrath is also on soft tyres. In fact, all these four are on, or these top three are on the soft tyres, so Brian Montani is matching what they've got. And also on the soft tyres. I think Brian will be okay. But whether he can do anything about the top three, I'm not sure. But if he does finish in fourth, it'll still be a good result for him. Osman battling it out here with Wadru. Wadru on the outside. Curtin's also fighting it here. Look at this battle now. So Wadru did get past Osman. Into sixth place goes Wadru. Osman in seventh, and then Colonel Kearns in eighth place. Now he's going to move on up here at chicane. Osman going a bit wide now. Was that enough to warrant a penalty? I think it was. Yes, it was. Half a second for him. Still keeps Colonel Kearns behind him, but he will lose that spot if he doesn't by the time he gets through the penalty area, which is at the end of the lap, isn't it? So he's got the entire lap to go before he has to take that off, pretty much. Kearns in eighth. I think we've got Dan in ninth place on those medium tyres. Thunder in 10th, Silly Shot in 11th, Sai 12th, DJ in 13th, PM in 14th. So not quite what PM wanted. As DJ goes past Sai. Is that Sai attacking DJ? I think it's DJ attacking Sai. He's going to get it, isn't he? DJ, he does. through Eau Rouge and Raidillon, up through the Kemmel straight now, and DJ getting that 12th place from sight. Our leader Stormflight, and the holder of the fastest lap again, 2:17.9, is, or what seems to be, running away with this race 2. Didn't quite come to him in race 1, did it? But looks like he might have a little bit more success here in the second race. We are coming into the final couple of minutes, so it's going to be one more lap for these guys at the front. They come up to the end of the lap. Unforgiven still in second place, but I don't think he's got an answer to Stormflight. Looks like he's dropping a little bit further back. I'm sure he'll take second. There is the gap. So he comes into the main arena area now. Stormflight through the final chicane out the other side. It's across the line to start lap 11, the final lap, as we hit 24 minutes. And I think these top 3 will be the top 3 come the end of the race. No one's really going to challenge them. There's McGrath in third. Ryan Moncani's still holding off Bennett, Wadru, and Colonel Curtains. He's going to be desperate to try and finish as high as he possibly can. Brian Moncani, I'm sure he'll still be happy with what he has achieved here. He's still got 4.3 miles to go to try and keep these guys behind him. Up through Raidillon, he goes. Bennett a bit wide. Wadru trying to chase down Bennett. Might get him, you know. Just looks a little bit quicker, that AMG. 2/10 up as well. Oh, there you go, there's the move, but Drew's gonna try and get past him up the outside, then the inside, and that little bit of hesitation has allowed Colonel Kearns to show a bit of interest. Maybe he can grab 2 for the price of 1 here. Colonel Kearns, maybe not. There are only a few passing places here at Spa. It's a long lap, but got to be very, very careful where you pass, as we see T. Bennett, who just runs it out wide. That's allowed both Wadru and Colonel Kearns to get through, so an easy pass for both of them in the end. Bennett stayed right out of the way there, but now Wadru has got Colonel Kearns hanging all over the back of that rear end of the Merc. I guess he would be hanging, as he is Colonel Kearns after all. We'll go to our leader, because he is coming through and across the line to complete victory here for Stormflight, and the fastest lap, 2:17.9. Unforgiven with a good second place. Well done. Grant did grab that third, so he's comfortable for the top 3 here in race 2. And Brian Moncani will be well chuffed with 4th place. Flash of the lights? No, but a fantastic little skid at the end there. Wadru did grab 5th ahead of Colonel Kearns in 6th. Bennett in 7th. Dan will grab 8th place with Osman in 9th. He's run out of fuel, hasn't he? He's going to get 9th, yes he is. Ahead of Thunder in 10th. Silly Shot in 11th. DJ, well, he's going to finish in 12th. Just ahead of PM, who's 13th. And then Sight in 14th place, who also run out of fuel at the end now. So all sorts of going on there in race 2 here at Spa, but that does conclude round 9 of our Manufacturers Cup, and we will be on the final round next week, and I believe the final round is in Barcelona in Catalonia, and I think we're on the layout without the chicane, so that's going to be fun round there as well. Another really tight circuit there in Spain. So catch me for the final round Colonel Curtin's leading the championship going into that one. He will be still leading it as well. So he will pretty much be guaranteed victory, or the championship, I should say. But PM won't be giving it up just yet. So we'll catch it anyway next week, and we'll catch up with all the details then. So thanks for watching, and I will see you then. Bye for now.